Hey everybody, happy Monday. It is a cold and rainy Monday here in Minnesota. It's not nice. It makes me want to take a nap really badly. um, so hopefully I will get some better videos up. I just dug my DSLR camera out and I'm working on figuring out how to do videos on that. And when I pulled it out today, because I was going to have today be the first day that I use my DSLR, I realized that the battery isn't charged, and since I only really do videos when Jade's napping, um, I didn't have time to get it charged to do this video, so um, keep a lookout for that. That's another perk of doing this vlog, is that I finally get to figure out how to use my camera that I've had for far too long. So, anyways, yeah. We had a really nice weekend this weekend. Since we basically got the news about Jade's hips, we've been trying to just do as much as possible because if she has to have surgery, then we're going to be laid up for a while. So this weekend we went out to my husband's family's farm, which is out in western Minnesota, and we went archery deer hunting. And the family took care of Miles and Jade, and it was nice. Got to spend some time out in the woods, and yeah, it was great. Those are things that we don't get to do a lot of anymore. Since we had kids, it's harder, and also we, like with Miles, we used to, when he was Jade's age, we'd go on hikes, and I'd put him in the back. I have a hiking backpack, and I used to throw him in the hiking backpack, and we would go on all kinds of adventures. And it was a lot of fun, but I noticed every time I put Jade in the pack, she wouldn't last for more than like 10 minutes, and she'd be so mad and crying. And now, uh, after the hip x-rays, now I know why that was so uncomfortable for her. Um, and I don't know, I guess we'll find out tomorrow after we know more, like if she'll ever be able to be put in a pack, um, or not. And if she can't, then I might have to invest in a little more heavy duty stroller, because I'm still going to try to figure out a way to get her outside and do the outdoor stuff, because it's super important to me that we be able to do those things. I just think it's great for kids, and there's lots of research that says that. And then B, like, that being able to get outside and be outside just helps my mental state tremendously, especially being home with the kids. So I'll be able to figure more of that out after this appointment tomorrow. But yeah, so anyways, so hunting was great. It was great to get out and be around family, and it's family that we don't get to see quite enough. So it was good that we got to be able to do that. And then I also, I just went and got my mail, and I'm very excited because my letter for the Cornelia de Lange Syndrome Foundation, they hold these things called family gatherings, where it's like you do lunch or whatever, and the families in the area that have kids with CdLs or family members with CdLs come together, and they all get to meet each other. And I can't wait for this. I have been in touch with so many families around me, and I haven't met one yet. So I can't wait to meet some of the people that have answered a million questions that I've had, or just, have just been so supportive, even though they have no idea who we are. So I'm really excited about that. I can't wait. It's in October and it's gonna be awesome. So, whew, can't wait for that. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Jade was awesome, and I think we're starting to get over some of her feeding issues again. But um, one thing that we've been kind of dealing with now, and I don't know exactly if it is what I'm thinking it is, but a lot of kids that have Cornelia de Lange syndrome have self-harm issues. So they might like pinch or bite or hit their head against something out of frustration or pain, or I don't know. There's all kinds of reasons, but they'll harm themselves. And I've been noticing that Jade's been just gnawing on her fingers, and to the point where like you will see marks on her hands, and the other day I saw bite marks on her arms, and so getting a little worried about that. And I posted a question on one of the support boards that we have for ideas to try to keep her from doing that, and I got a little vibrating teething thing that she likes a lot, and hopefully when I see her doing that, I'll just give her that, and maybe that will deter her a little bit. But so I'm a little nervous about that too. I imagine we'll probably talk to our developmental pediatrician next time about that, because her and I have had conversations about that. But it's hard to watch. It's hard to see. But hopefully it goes away once her eye teeth and her molars come in. I'm hoping. But we just have to wait and see on that one. But otherwise, we're just waiting for that appointment tomorrow. And I think, I don't know, I kind of want to, I like the way that I'm doing the vlog now, but I don't want to, I want to talk a little bit about Jade. I want to talk a little bit about our family and how we manage things and what we do. And I want to talk about real life feelings and joys and sadness and all of the above. And so I'm trying to figure out the best format to do that because it kind of jumps all around, and my brain right now is just oh. So if there's anything you particularly want to know about, just leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get to answering those questions. Otherwise, I'll just kind of go with the flow. And while I'm talking about that, I discovered another mom who vlogs about her son and his she vlogs about her special needs journey with her son who has severe autism. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you've watched some of it. I know it's pretty popular, but it's called Finding Cooper's Voice. And I had heard of it, but I had never watched or listened to anything that she'd done, and now I can't stop watching her videos. I think it's good to get the message out there and just have people learn about different things. I love learning about other people's children too now, because there's so much that you don't know and so much that you don't realize is going on, or I don't know. I think knowledge is good, especially when it comes to the area of children with disabilities. I think for me, I always have a hard time when we're out and about, and I know people got their gears turning about like Jade. I don't know if, I always find it hard to explain things I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should say, oh, she has a developmental disability, or if I should say, oh no, she has Cornelia de Lange syndrome, because no one knows what Cornelia de Lange syndrome is or what that entails. So it always leads into this, and there's such a wide spectrum that I don't know how to explain it and say, oh, it's this, but she's on the milder end, and I don't know. It's just hard to navigate. And I think that's kind of the same thing with children with autism too. There's a huge spectrum. Every kid's different. Um, some things might be similar, but they don't all fall in line. And I think um, it's just it's interesting, and I totally want to watch someone else's journey as they kind of navigate through all of the things that go along with that. On top of it, a lot of kids that have Cornelia de Lange syndrome also get diagnosed with autism, so it falls right in line. And even if you have typical developmental kids, I think it's great to talk to your children about children with disabilities, other kids with disabilities, or people with disabilities, so that they don't have all those questions, that maybe they can ask you and you can teach them about that, because it's really important. Um, yeah. So I'll put the link, I'm going to put the link to the foundation again in the comments, and I'll also put a link to that Finding Cooper's Voice in there too. So if you're interested, you can follow that as well. Otherwise, hopefully, in the next few days, we'll have a little bit better video, and I'll try to get my thoughts together a little bit more than they have been, and do maybe some topics along the way. And again, if you have questions, just leave them in the comments. Have a good rest of your Monday. Bye.